Okay, so last time I got to 1700 rapid rating. Finally, obviously, we went on kind of a weird streak where, I went from 15 to 16 relatively quickly, then 16 to 1695 relatively quickly. Then I fell back from 1695 to 1606. Then I went back again. Like, I just kept kind of playing maybe more than usual. And so now that was actually on my Tuesday episode. So how fitting, because that's when I normally am actually supposed to play chess. But I had been doing it like almost every day, just whenever I had time in like an extra session, regardless of what my normal category for that day is. So now we got there, and of course what happens is when usually I get to a checkpoint like that, like I did the same thing in classical, then I won't play it for a while. In fact, it's exactly the same rating too, 1702. Then I just stop playing for a while, and then when I come back to it, obviously I went on a bad streak, so now I'm almost back to 16. But that's for provisional, can be kind of something you can abuse too. Like if I take a break and don't play rapid now for a while, when I come back it'll be provisional. And so now if I win like 5 in a row, it'll get me to 1800. Whereas normally if I win 5 in a row, it'll only get me to like 1725. So you can almost cheese that. Just keep taking breaks and then taking advantage of the provisional boost. And, you can also go on a bad streak, but that's the same thing because, it's just going to be a net positive, assuming you're not really provisional. You belong, wherever you are. You're top 90,000, even though it's not a big deal at all. But it's just like, at least it's some good amount of progress that we've made here. And of course, I just never really cared much about rapid, but I was trying to get it to catch up to classical, but then obviously I've been afraid to play classical because then I have that permadeath condition. Since I hit 17 here, I only apply it to classical on here. If I fall below 16, now that I've hit 1650 actually, then I can't, then I actually have to delete my account. So because of the provisional thing, and if I lose the next game, and if I lose more than 20 rating, then I actually fail and have to delete my account. So now I'm kind of scared. I see myself continuing my career and playing the obligatory positive affirmation of the day, playing in tournaments when I can eventually be able to go to the mall. Whether I'm famous for it or not, I'll be cool by a killer. That's the goal. Hoodie on, not too F on the board. Okay, so what we have here is just the fact that, of course, I'm going to reward myself, and how fitting that Mytha, one of my great hard mode achievements, especially early on with this channel, like beginning of 22, I beat Mytha on a first playthrough on a dexterity only character with the poison still activated, getting one shot, right, all this kind of stuff. That was quite the epic encounter. So, that and the Smelter Demon obviously were pretty crazy, and they both had that same damage over time element to their fight, that like even though you're getting one shot, you're still having to obviously you're still having to heal and stuff through there. So, but no, I'll reward myself now for doing that by not actually playing rapid at all, or not playing regular chess, at least for right now. If we look back on that day, it was pretty good. Let's see, we started off, we won 2, we lose 1, then we draw, then we win 4. So you're basically winning 6, losing 1. And of course, sometimes draws will even cost you rating, but not very much, like 1 or 2, depending on who you're playing against. And a lot of these are going to be recent because, May, June, right, all April 24, because I normally wasn't facing people like that. Nightmare, obviously, just like a friend / viewer, so that's different. And I'm surprised it's even rated, but whatever. These are actually pretty good, so you're going to be facing these on like a normal, regular basis now. So he was 1876 then, which I don't think he is now. Or I guess he is, kind of. But he didn't really ever play that many games. 117 is like nothing. 1884 wins 13 games in a row, but they're probably against me because those still would count, or maybe they're not rated. 1843, and the whole thing, just to reflect on like, oh, how did I do it? It's pretty much like I was playing the same way as I always do, just maybe a little better calculation, a little more effort, a little more discipline under time, not getting tilted by having 1 second on the clock. Like, even the way that game ended to get there was kind of comical, like this stupid whatever, like we have literally 1 second and we're gonna get flagged by him, but then I flag him instead. Like, this is not what it should really come down to, but this game wasn't even really that great, I don't think. 1 blunder, yeah, 96, yeah, this is what it takes, by the way, to get the, what the fuck. 2 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 1 blunder, 22 cent upon, 96% accuracy, 91% 31 send upon 3 blunders. I'm surprised it's even that high. How can you have 3 blunders but still have 91%? I mean, this is one of those dumb shit sack moves that people make, but somehow it does often work. Like, generally speaking, he still played the game pretty well. So it's almost like, oh, it's all part of his plan, and he kind of knows what he's doing. We just trade everything off, and then he won't let me trade the queen, which pisses me off. I'm winning here, but it doesn't matter, because it comes down to me messing up and me, you know, choking on time, right? Or like I couldn't figure out what to do there. You could easily force a threefold repetition here, but it wanted you to sort of use that to bait the trade. So again, it wasn't exactly that satisfying of a game, but you have to deal with those. And I guess my biggest weakness is sometimes just time, to the extent that you just have to deal with it, or that's why this format is so annoying for me. But realistically, you know, I was 1700 in classical like last year, so if I've improved, not that I feel like I really have much, it's just the same thing. I haven't studied anything different, I don't know openings, I don't know a lot of those things, so it's just mostly just, oh, you're just putting forth the time to actually play and just the effort in the games a little more. That's all it is. So anybody should be able to do it. My pink flamingo technique on full display. But that means I should be like 18 or 1900 now in classical if I had really focused on that, because that's just much more comfortable and easy for me to do. But it's kind of a sad day when I'm higher in this than I am in classical, but that's only because I just tanked it kind of. You know, I tried to play it for the first time in a while, and then I just wasn't patient enough, and I was kind of rushing and stuff like that. So playing like a different time format can fuck you up. Like if you play Bullet, and then you go back to playing classical, it's like you're not really used to it, or it's gonna, you know, you're just gonna be playing differently, and it's just not good. So here you're just in full flag territory. I wasn't too happy about it. Because that's why it doesn't matter. I'm up by substantial material, but it just doesn't matter because I don't know. You know, you're not going to know necessarily what you're doing. You can make as many blunders as you want, but it just doesn't matter even too. Or now you could take that and check, but I guess he flagged before that even happened, so. Minus 96 is struggling to even calculate by exactly how much you're up by. So yeah, I'm actually gonna play chess 960 here, and I was on I'm doing like my permadeath variant round robin then. So I'll play each variant until I lose a game, then I move on to the next one. So I lost to Nightmare, but that one doesn't count because it's unrated and it's just against a viewer, but technically I still shouldn't necessarily lose that. But as far as like whatever ones we found, I guess some of them were unrated anyway, because of the simple fact that they were like whatever, they're in the lobby, just whoever's kind of hosting them. Let's go ahead and do what was the other one I was thinking of? Oh yeah, this is a good one. Fuck. Yeah, we almost have to search for them here. Oh, this is the same guy too that I beat before though. I shouldn't have to fucking keep playing the same guy again though. Or his time formats are too long. Like we need a kind of a shorter one. Let's just do a couple, but you kind of are at the mercy of whoever's in here because, you know, it's hard to find these games. It's surprising there's even so few here. Like it doesn't matter what rating they are, right? Everybody should show up here no matter what. So in some weird way, you could like almost farm people who are lower rated and stuff, and you'll just have such a good ratio of wins that, and I also won't worry about the background and the piece set and stuff like that, even if I do lose, right, for this. That's just more so for the regular classical thing. So in a way, I actually did what I said I was going to do too. I said that I have to get it, or at least I should get to 17 before I run out of piece sets on this. So they're, you know, in the alphabetical sense, we ran out of images from the, we ran out of backgrounds from the site, and from my channel art, so I had to use my thumbnails, and I ran out of boards from the site just because it fucked up this whole thing with some update. But I didn't run out of piece sets, so before we got from basically the top to the bottom and using every piece set and losing a game with each one, therefore having to move to the next one, I did actually have to. Oh, I'm playing it too much like a normal thing. I did actually have to do the simple idea that, what do you call it? I did get through it before I went through all the piece sets. Because that's a little dangerous. I don't know why I walked into that even so willingly here. Expect great things from you today. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm technically undefeated in the stretch here with this variant, so that should be very impressive. Yeah, I don't know why I was so eager to even do that. I guess I just want to make the threat obvious so it doesn't hurt me later. This is a nice 7-minute game. Kind of make close weird pawn structure here. And so what you have is the ability to do something similar on this angle with my bishop, but this is fine. Like, I don't mind this position. You go there, you should be able to do this, but you can't. That makes you wonder what is really the best move here. I'd be tempted to do this, but you don't want to give up that. So therefore, you could go here. And by going here, oh shit, though. It's not a big deal, but you're gonna take this. No. This is actually the right move then, even though it might be weird. And the reason why is because you're still covering. You're gonna get all these kind of busted botched developments, but it's not like he knows exactly how to play this either. He's 1700 in this mode. He's played oh, this is like the other guy though, who had played like 5000, but I beat him too. Risks and clever plays give you an advantage, assuming that they're good risks, because I mean sometimes, you know, sometimes it's very you'll take a risk and you'll just blunder your queen and fuck up. It doesn't mean it's always going to be good. You go ahead, push the stupid ass queen back. I'm going to bring out the knight. And I never thought I'd say that, but this is good. You have the double diagonal, but it's of no use. Let me see. It seems like you can trap queens a lot too in this mode, because it'll be some weird thing at the beginning, like, you know, I've seen stuff like that from better players. Like, it'll just be, oh, it's move 3 and the queen's trapped because of some weird starting position that nobody's used to. So the dark square bishop is in a very defensive, unusual spot. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, but this is a kind of cute thing because you get to say, okay, I just want to trade. And if you don't, you know, whatever, it gets the queen out there, it pins the pawn. Whether it's 960 or regular chess, I'm always a bit of a trade fiend. So the same principle should basically work, even for the whole pink flamingo idea and everything like that. You got to get the king off the back rank. You got to double stack the rook. Something like that would be good. Gonna be something bad that happens there, but I can't resist the temptation of the trade. I have to do it. You go into here and you attack. The problem is if you move this, but you can't do it because I would take, but this is a very, speaking of risky play, this is a very risky play because what happens is, oh, I don't know about this. Because if you do this, you're pinned and you're going to be screwed, but I'm assuming, well, I'll just take it that. Okay, so now they're stuck with the dinky knight. Now we already have an open file opportunity available to me. And the reason why is because there's a bit of a scary move here, though. And the reason why is because now you go here and you attack this, which is not an easy thing to cover. But I guess what I could do is I could just raise it. I could just raise it and everything would be fine. So we do have a double stack opportunity that I'm looking at. Or you know what I hate in this is that people still castle, even though legally in this position you just shouldn't be able to castle, right? It's not the correct starting position, but somehow you still can, and I just haven't done it yet. So it's a hard mode challenge in that way too. That I'm not allowed to castle unless it's the proper starting legal position, meaning the king would be on the normal, whatever, the king and the rook have to be on the normal squares. Everything else can be different, that's fine, but you do that, which doesn't concern me too much. You can go ahead and go like this. My development, you'd have to say, is at least a little better than theirs, but it's still very reactive. So it's not an uncomfortable position. I do like that queen trade early because we just make everything so much easier for myself, even though as white you arguably shouldn't be thinking like that. That little thing at the beginning was uncomfortable with the whole stupid ass you know, the bishop's attacking into the rook there in a very unusual spot. And of course I have potentially the same thing here. I guess the rook was on the right square then, you know, to be able to castle, but not the king. I don't know how it works even in some of these games where you just... Okay, we're trying to create the double stack, let's say. I don't fully understand the complete implications of this, but let's say the king just chills over here, right? And then we create the double stack. I'm not sure what the knight's gonna do. You're attacking there. You've got this thing going on the light square, which doesn't actually seem to matter a whole lot at all. Right, I don't see what that's really doing for the time being. So the only move of consequence here is this idea of bringing the knight here. And then we push it out, thereby also protecting the pawn itself that we're moving, you know, that would be under attack and uncoverable. Or I guess you could go here, double attack this. You could raise it. We could create like sort of an octopus knight here, but it'll be nah, it won't really work though. You have this, which is good, right? That in itself is a good ahead of the curve type of move. So if you can move this stupid ass knight out, you are in yourself just screwed, right? If you go here, now you take, I take. Now you can't move the knight, and at the very least you might be able to win a pawn. Take. Is there any other way even to cover? Okay, that's the same move that we have been waiting for a while. We can go ahead and just do this. Now where does it go from there? And the answer is there's nowhere good to actually go. You just end up going back, and then you end up take. It's not a big deal, right? We only get a pawn out of it. That doesn't really matter. Or now it'll open up something else though, because we're attacking so many things after the fact. Like, we're attacking this, we're attacking this. You may well yet win something else. Look how we're playing people who are so fucking experienced in this mode though, like... Okay, we go here. Gotta watch for some crazy trick play that they might come up with. That is kind of cute. It also protects there, which is actually surprising. But you could actually take the... Oh, I'm gonna fuck something up now. I know it. I'll take this if you take, then I still take back the bishop. I still take back the bishop. I'm being a little bit ballsy, actually, but... That's good. So now I'm up a whole 2 pawns. My rook is in at least a better position than his. In fact... Oh, wait a second. What does this mean? Because you have to... What is this, dude? What is that? Oh shit, dude. Okay. I mean, look, dude. You've played how many thousands of games to do this? Is this a rated one too, or is casual? No, it's rated. I can't remember if the other one against the 17 was rated, but I mean, he's the one, they're the one who's asking for it. In fact, I was making fun of that in the idea that, you know, it's like, it's what that guy asked for with respect to, he had like the super long time format, so it's like 16 plus 3 or something crazy. In fact, I think he was still trying to do that same one again. Now, clearly, this is an indication of innate skills, if nothing else, because of the simple fact that, you know what I mean? How can you tell me whatever? It's just like, they played so many fucking games. If you go to here, I'm just trying to see like what their moves are even all about. You attack the knight, you raise, it's already covered there. You can always give like a sneaky check to try to do the final. Okay, dude. You know, like harass it with the king or some dumb shit too, I bet. Even if you bring the king to try to cover it, you could effectively... Oh my fucking god, dude. I do it now because where can the knight possibly go? Sometimes you don't even need the cover. Like, the knight just can't even get there, so it doesn't even matter. You can just do it, I mean. But I won't indulge it because you don't even have to move it now. You know, you're pinning it, and then you still get it. I get very triggered in winning positions because I feel like, oh, you know, I shouldn't have to deal with this kind of tomfoolery, but that's just part of the game. Like, people are gonna try to be as annoying as possible when you are doing that. You should get this, shouldn't you? Or no, you'll go like behind it or something. You go ahead, you take there, just don't do a stupid ass stalemate. How is it not made, dude? Really? I don't know. It's not gonna be a stalemate. You got too many pawns and stuff. Not really that hard to do it here. I'm just kind of not the greatest in these moments. You go here, you give a check, you go here. Should be pretty much this the whole way through, right? They just keep covering each other. Okay, so we gain 81, which is well deserved despite provisional. We've beaten 2 opponents in this who are like 1700 plus, who have played thousands of games, right? So it's hard for me to believe that, you know, I don't understand that. Like, what good have those thousands of games done you? But you could say the same thing with me in Rapid, but at least that's more of a settled science. Like, everybody studies openings and this and that, and, you know, this is more of an easy answer, but this is interesting for sure. Okay, let's try to do another short format one, but I don't want to keep playing the same people over and over. Right, like you're kind of at the mercy of whatever people are doing here. Or I could host my own game, but that wasn't really working too well. Okay, Junkie XL 1500. Okay, let's see what the position is, or what if we get like the same position twice in a row? That'd be kind of funny. Isn't this basically what that is? Wait, what the fuck? What are the chances of that? Isn't this exactly the same thing that we just saw? That's fucking nutty. At least this weird interaction here. Okay, that's an interesting dynamic for sure. With respect to... Oh, this is a little bit tricky now. I think the trick is just moving some of the stuff away, period. You go here, I could take, but I don't really want to take is the thing too. They would take, I would take, they would still take. Well, assuming that they engage the bishop itself. Let's see how many games he's played. He's played 14,000. Oh my god, everybody loves this mode, which I can't even blame them, but as much as I like variants, I'm surprised that I never played this one really all that much. So if you raise it, I can take. If you take, I can still take. So there's no reason I should take with the queen, or maybe I should. Actually not sure. This would be under attack by that. You can give him this diagonal, and it doesn't matter that much. Right, I'd be perfectly fine with that. So let me try to think, where do I want the Darkster Bishop to go? I am sometimes comfortable developing the knights like very slowly and very late. You're gonna go here and double attack this, probably. or you'll go here and then end up double attacking this, let's say. You got the open file idea going on here. You're being a little bit aggressive with the knights, which does make me a bit uncomfortable. I don't know how exactly it's going to pay off, but there's some kind of a fork play coming here, I bet. This is why trading is such a convenient thing sometimes to do, that this would be scary. So they would take, I would take, they would take, I would still take. I don't really see it, but it does make me a little bit nervous. You got to at least see, in a certain sense, that these are in forkable position, if you got that there. So now this is adequately covered regardless. The knight, however, is going to get in the way, I bet. But here at least you would have a reasonable taking opportunity with the trade. I don't think this is really doing anything too necessary that way either. They would take, I would take, they would take. There might have actually been something there, but okay, that's perfectly fine. I didn't really have any strong preference which one to take with there. Okay, that's fine too. Right, none of this is opening anything up for you, I don't think. If you bring the queen, we could do the trade as well, which I'm always a fan of doing that. My development has seemed a lot cleaner, at least in some of these games. So if you try to create the double stack here, that could be something. I see this little light square idea brewing in his head, but I don't see what exactly it does. This knight is actually pretty fucking stupid too, like it's not really doing anything, or I can't even get it out of there. Oh, of course, they use the actual cheat mechanic. Now the problem with doing the double stack is you have the cover of the stupid ass thing as well, of the bishop. But you could technically take it. You can take the open file again, and the queen can't do anything about it. So the light square bishop is in a very strange spot, but I can try to disrupt these pawns on this side a little bit. Time is actually my biggest enemy here for sure. I don't know exactly what this is all still doing. Gonna go like there, maybe. Come into there, that's pretty basic, I guess. Yeah, I gotta focus when it comes to time here, though, for sure. You're fine with that. Unless it puts me in some awkward spot that I can't get out of, that I don't even bother to think through because I'm such a clown fiending for trades all the time. Okay, let's just do a move like this just to try to get the bishop going. Either way, we're gonna do it, whether you do the en passant thing or not. I don't care. You take, I take. Doesn't really seem to do anything. You gotta make quick moves. They're definitely very fast. I can't question that. They're doing me a favor by doing that, because even I think it's very unlikely that we would win a game like this, so that's the problem. Right, it's gonna be virtually impossible. Don't see exactly what that's still doing. If you take, I can still take. Which probably would favor me. And I can do that one. They kind of figured out my trade mindset too. this is just so hard because of the time, man. Should be a draw, but okay, fine, fine. Or wait, you could have already done that. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I feel like they missed a lot of things there too, but whatever. Are you really going to be able to do this? And the answer is you won't be able to. It's just time that's going to fuck me over. Where can you go with that? Where can you go? Okay, can you do something with the cheeky ass knight here too? Ain't no way, bro. Are you really gonna be able to figure it out? Because I feel like you wouldn't be able to. It's just... Okay, dude. You're faster. That's what thousands of games experience will do for you, I guess. Just do the stupid ass king opposition, which I can't even do because of the thing. Okay. So he ends my streak here, I guess. I don't think I did anything too noteworthy either way, but... So fucking stupid, man, but whatever, that's fine. Yeah, that's what 6,000 games does, is you're like slightly faster, I guess. What a fucking dumb reason for 2,000. Well, I guess I can't play it though, I'm not allowed because I failed my fucking thing. But that's apparently the best 960 player in the world, not 2,000 plus. But no, I failed that, so what would be the next one that we could do? I was kind of trying to combine them between chess.com and stuff too, but... like, because this one wasn't on chess.com, so I'll do either one. I can't wait till I get to Chaturanga. That's so dumb, though. Like, what am I supposed to do with just the speed aspect? I like how Stockfish is so confident about this, too. Like, how do you know that's a blunder? Like, you've never seen this shit before. So I am supposed to take there, not just my desire to trade. The point is, it was still a draw. Like, mathematically, right? I just can't do it fast enough. What? I even thought about it, but what would that mean? Like, you could get there fast enough, but I'm obviously too scared that I'll fuck something up. You're actually winning by a substantial amount. I mean, again, the one time I tried to turn down a trade, I love this. You're just so balls deep because you think, you're so confident because you think, oh, my king is so close that makes all the difference in the world. You won't even take this pawn. Like, you don't even give a shit. You can't even... What the fuck, dude? Why is that so hard for me to figure out? Like, the fact that... You just take, they take... I don't know, I'm just so panicked. Like, how much time do I have left at this point? They're offering up trades to somebody who likes to trade, so that's their first mistake. Yeah, I don't know what the next one is on here. I was kind of just going in order. Let's see, the only way to see it would be like go here. Okay, Crazy House, we lost like the first game, 960. I won like 5 or 6 in a row. King of the Hill, I don't even know what this is actually. And yeah, we could look at the ones on chess.com too. Will this one explain what it is before I guess I could look for somebody who's doing it. 1,500. I just don't want to go in and lose because I don't know how it even works. Like, really, what the fuck? Tell me what it is. I'll just copy what they do, I guess. You're supposed to get a pawn to the other side or something? I have no idea, actually. Yeah, isn't that unfair? Like, it's... Fucking give me a description, dude. Oh, here we go. Bring your king to the center to win the game. As in, like, one of these, or what? Like, these are highlighted. If the king doesn't lead, how can he expect his subordinates to follow? But you know, you're not going to really be able to do it very comfortably. Like, just play it like a normal game to an extent, and then you wouldn't even really want a castle. Or you can wait till the end game and just try to do that, but you pin this down, or no, now look how far off he is from doing it. You would think I could just brazenly move my king and just do it, but I think it's very unlikely to happen. So you can try to double attack this. I'm just trying to play like a normal game, but that, I think castling is a very bad thing to do, or you're expecting the game to go on for an obscenely long amount of time, which isn't probably the right way to do this. There's all kind of tricks you can probably just do. I'm surprised I even have a rating in this. I don't think I've really ever played it. Or it doesn't even show up on there, too. How did they decide which one? You go here, which is kind of cute. He just doesn't even give a shit what he's doing. You take with a pawn there. I mean, you could just win in a normal way, right? I don't think checkmating would be like a non-win condition. Right, like you can't say... You would have to get to one of these two squares, I guess, or... Only these two are highlighted like that. So my king has to get here or there, I don't know. Or maybe either one can get to either square, but... You're giving a nasty little check there, which will at least keep you out of the fray of doing this. I just feel kind of scared of bringing my king that far out, but you kind of have to. That's the whole point. But I wonder if it works like that with respect to... Either king can get to either square, or your king has to get the square on your side, or their side, or what? He's attacking onto there, which would encourage me to castle, but as much as I'm talking shit about castling, I shouldn't really even do it. Right? I should just go full aggro, and then if the king can do something, so be it. In a way, this is dumb, because since my pawn's there, maybe I can't get there now. But then I guess he couldn't either, assuming these are both win condition type squares. I mean, you can just beat them in a basic sense, which I like, but better players at this mode will not allow that to happen. Right, they'll have way too many tricks up their sleeve. Yeah, I think you're just gonna get fucking mated, dude. Which I almost don't even want to do. I want to BM you by... But either way, now it would be too easy to do that. Like, what if I do that? I shouldn't lose the game. I love that. Like, just win in a normal game. Who gives a fuck? But it's at least something you have to be aware of. But it didn't even come into play. That may as well just be a normal fucking game. Right? The guy didn't make any... And I genuinely still don't even know how it works. Like, how would Stockfish know to keep that in mind? Like the fact that, oh, moving the king is the priority. Like, would it really even know that? Like... I don't know. I'm going to assume you can get to either one, but it just says it very vaguely here. Move your king to the center to win the game. But apparently not these two, or maybe just any of the two. Okay, let's do like maybe one more of those if anybody's even hosting one. God damn it, though. I wanted that streak to last. The 960. I guess it did last a decent amount of time. And of course, as usual, I lose on time. This dude is a glutton for punishment with that stupid ass time format. What do we got? Unlimited. Or he wants like a rematch. No, let's just find somebody else though. I don't like playing the same people over and over just because then it feels like either you're farming them or it creates some kind of other thing. It should just be more organic, like just random people. Which again, sometimes you can't pick and choose here because there's such a limited scope of... I'm surprised, you know, 94,000 players, but nobody is playing fucking King of the Hill or any, you know, random specific variant. This dude is begging for another punishing, but I can't even do it. I don't even feel bad about that game, though. Like, I didn't play badly. I was just a little too slow, which is fucking bullshit. That's really what it comes down to so goddamn much. Which was my whole objection to even the 10-minute rapid format overall. Come on, give me a King of Hill. I guess I can just host it myself. Let me try it. But then you'll have a 2,000 do that, and it would still count. You know, this isn't, rating doesn't matter in this sort of permanent thing. Like, if I lose a game, you know, it still counts as I can't play it anymore. Fuck. Or it will be the same guy doing it again, but King of the Hill rated. Let's see if anybody chooses that. 5+3, which I don't even like variants, actually. Fuck that. How do I cancel it? Create a game. Yeah, just get rid of that. 5+0, that's fine. But no, I guess maybe the strategy here is just play it like a normal game, and if it doesn't... This is the only sad thing about it. Okay, here we go. It wasn't too bad. Like, just march the king up. Fuck it. Why not? But I mean, it leaves your king too vulnerable and exposed, where you'd be a little bit worried about it. Right, like, I don't know. Those are the two highlighted squares that really come into mind. It makes me want to play, like, super aggressive and stuff, too. Because if you trade everything off, then the king might have more room to roam and stuff. Like, you could do some weird sequence where you just do it. And maybe I wouldn't be able to stop it, but I don't know. Take this, take this. Now the king's wide open, but I doubt you would be thinking that you could really do that. You can go ahead, you can take, I'll check. You could check onto here as well. What is all this? What is happening? You could, like, unleash check or something. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I could take... You can't really double attack it very well. But no, I'm almost very inclined... fuck. I'm almost very inclined not to even want a castle, because somehow it's putting my king farther away, but maybe you shouldn't think like this either. So you could trade and bring my king one step closer to the center. What if I do this first? Doesn't matter, like, he could just do this, but now he loses the castle, which... Oh no, don't tell me. But you would think this would stop you, at least, for example. But now there could be some kind of trick play shit that you can do. Fuck, maybe I fucked up. I'm just, like, so against the idea of trying to... You give a check like that, so that would stop it. This also is stopping it, so for now... Try to go here, here maybe. Like, I take, they take, I take, I'm right there. At least you should have to go away from it a little bit, but, like, you're right there, but you can't go there, that's the thing. You would take... Oh, you can just do that. What does that mean? Like, if you go there, does it count? That'd be fucking bullshit if it is. The center, as in, you know, there, but as long as you're covering it with the stupid ass rook, you shouldn't even be able to, so... You let me keep that, and you can't go into the center still. I don't fully understand what's happening. Got to just be weary of some sort of sack play that might allow them to do something. But if there is, I don't really see what it is. Right, none of this is still going to allow you to do anything. Some of these players are just bad, period, in like a basic sense. So that's what takes the fun out of it a little. Like, it has nothing to do with the variant. Like, you're just beating them in a regular chess game. But they are in kind of a scary spot when it comes to, you know... You have to go back, which is perfectly fine. So let me try to bring out my stupid ass thing here. You're stopping him from coming there in two ways, right? With both the rook and the bishop. So there's no way you should really be able to do it. That one's interesting because you get to take the bishop itself. But we can still keep this here. If you take the bishop, it doesn't matter because the rook is still covering. Then if you bring your rook, I could double stack and then you don't have to worry about it in that sense either. But no, 960 is at least more buck wild shit. I'm surprised I didn't do it more. Like, I would always like variants, but I never played 960 that much. I can't remember really what I played that much. I would play all kind of different ones, and there were some weird ones that maybe wouldn't be that common now anymore. There's no, you know, even with these, you can't find players to actually play them. What if I just leave this and then I say, I try to just bring the king and see how he can maybe stop it. If you bring your rook, you're screwed. Again, I could just try to mate you and beat you in a normal sense, but I kind of want to get the win condition too. They would take, I would take, and I'm right fucking there. So it's just a matter of displacing the stupid ass knight. He would bring the thing, but so what? It's like, what does that even do for him? You can't cover it then, and so what happens is you just... I'm gonna fuck something up because you'll give a check and then you'll... No, but it wouldn't matter. Let's say she play into this, even if I lose. You'll give a check. Oh no, you take the rook, but it doesn't matter because then you'll just take and you'll win the game. Or rather, he's so fucking close to... No, but the bishop is still there. So if you go like here, you give a check, you take, but then you mate, which is what I'll call it now. Like, it shouldn't really matter, or even that's kind of dumb. I guess I didn't think of that, because you still cover that stupid-ass square. But how do you stop me from getting there? Now, it's mathematically impossible, because you can't even cover it. So at least we got the win condition just to show it. I didn't necessarily have to do it like that. But it's not that hard to keep the king out, I guess. You were doing these just to... I assume it's very specifically those two squares. What if I got my king to that square, though, I wonder? Would that still count? Like... I'm getting it to their side too on top of it. That's like an extra bonus BM thing. But they are highlighted to kind of show you at least, you know, like, so these two, for whatever reason, these two don't count. I don't know why. Why shouldn't that count too if you get there or something? Like, would the engine tell you to do that? Like, how do you know? Is it doing that because it wants to attack the rook, or is it doing it because it knows? It totally knows too. It's saying mate in one, victory in one. That is kind of bizarre how good the engine is that it can even figure this shit out. Or, I mean, obviously it won't be as good as in normal chess. Bring your king to the center, similar to standard, but has a very strong emphasis on center play. All the laws of FIDE chess apply. In particular, a move is only legal if and only if it'd be legal in FIDE chess. If you make a legal move that moves your king to one of the center squares. Oh, but it's saying all of them then. Why are only those two highlighted? The winning move has to be legal. You cannot move into a check. Checkmating your opponent is another legal way to win. We showed both ways to win. You know, that you can just get a regular mate, and then you can obviously do that. The, whatever, just the actual win condition. It's confusing how they show it with that stuff, though. with respect to the it doesn't even show up on here either. What is the other one with the flag? That's something else, right? Or no, why was it showing something else there? It shows them in like all different places. Yeah, it's not like I went on a 27 game win streak there, but it was whatever, 6 or 7 or something. But yeah, that one was a little bit annoying. It's just annoying because you can play everything kind of the right way and everything is fine, but then you still lose because the fuck is this picture? You still lose because of time, which is fine, but I guess I could have just traded the bishop for that stupid ass knight and it would have been fine. Yeah, Chess.com has some different ones. For some reason, it doesn't have 960 actually. Yeah, let's see how good this really good player is in these other modes though. Ultra Bullet. What is Ultra Bullet versus Hyper Bullet? Or is it just different names for the same thing? Free check. Oh, I kind of hate that one. Because you're just like sacking pieces like a clown all the time. Okay, see you tomorrow. Or see you later, actually. I'll be on tonight. Every time I have to log into the chess, I have to actually log into my email and get like some verification, I guess, because I don't think you normally have to do that, but because I'm a streamer or something. Or let's actually listen to the music of this while we play it too. The music of this game is actually pretty good. Okay, what do you want to do? 5-minute game? I can show off the fact that I'm 1700, but I also, you know, lose all the time to all kinds of people, but that actually makes me seem kind of decent. Top 90,000, top 28 percentile. Oh, you still don't have LeChess? I thought we played on here before. Huh, I must be thinking of somebody else. Okay, fine, I'll go to my other one then. I do have that little burner account like Kevin Durant, speaking of the NBA. There's so many good NBA memes. That's actually the main reason why I like it now. I like the history of it and I like the memes, but I don't even really watch the games. Okay, let's go here. Chaturanga. Oh, shit. Or like chess.com had a stupid ass post on YouTube like showing Jalen Brown played chess at one point. You know, from the Celtics, the final MVP. Like, they're so desperate for attention. Like, this has nothing to do with them, but they still bring it up just because, oh, anybody ever plays chess, and they get so, like, attention hungry. Okay, they have this little dinky, shit in the background, which is, the little football pieces here. He's 1286 on here, so I should probably be around 1500, I would imagine. Even if you cut 200 points off from inflation perspective, there's no question that I should be 1500 on here. So which means I should easily beat him with no disrespect. Like, he's a good player, but I have ascended to a different level, clearly. But, or why does it say that so epically? Like with the, it never used to say that before. But no, he's a diamond user, so therefore he's going to get special treatment and the site's going to help him out or some shit. Now, normally you're supposed to go there. I love how I know stuff too, like for what little I know. I know stuff that's better than what I do, but I still don't do it because I just don't like it or I have some weird preference. Like, I'm literally Nightmare now. Not just his Nightmare, my opponent's Nightmare, but literal Nightmare, like fucking... You could actually put it here and it's kind of cute because you can't even push it out very easily. Although, whatever, if you go here, I gotta watch it. You go ahead, you just castle, get it over with. Sometimes I hold these threats for too long, though. Like, you may as well just do it if you're gonna go through all this trouble. And then you go little V-shaped structure. You know, maybe my problem is just sometimes overconfidence, but I just sometimes don't have respect for my opponents either. Like, I just think everybody's a clown. And I even acknowledge I'm a clown too, but... I don't know. I just don't expect them, like, to do anything ever. And that's kind of what my style of play is like, too. Like, where I just want... Look at that V-shape, aesthetic, beautiful. I actually love this set. I just wish the other pieces had some sort of identity to them, too. Right, to do with football, like... They could have come up with something better than just the base fucking set. Or maybe it'll respect whatever set you use. So, like, you could change the set and it would still acknowledge it with everything besides the pawns. But they'll do a gimmick like this, right? But then they'll get rid of it after a while. They should just keep it forever. So I think the biggest adjustment in whatever amount of success I had was just simply the fact of being able to like not be so tilted as I usually am on time pressure, but still it played kind of a role. Anytime I would lose, it would be basically on time or something. You can create a double stack, but it's going to have no real significance at all in the game. Now you have to wonder about what you're trying to do with respect to the actual, like the knight, for example. I don't know what it's doing. You go ahead, you could trade. I don't see the problem actually with doing that because, you know, just go ahead, trade everything off. I don't care. Right, that is my preferred style of play anyway, which is, again, a defeatist way to think, especially against a black, and also, I guess, a lower rated player. Not that that matters too much. This is not good. Oh, yeah, this you just got to address. Okay, now this you can kind of bully around like the dinky fucker it is. Now, there's almost nowhere that you can go with it to the extent that... Whatever, but you are obviously going to be covered anyway. Look at me, hard fiending for trades. There's one problem with this position now, though, is that the position of the knight is completely useless. Right, even if you come into there, it could be problematic. But the best move might actually be with the king, because this just completely stops the rook from coming in at all. You gotta watch the position of these two knights. This is actually a terrible spot to be in. And the reason why is because of the simple fact that... here we go, chat replay again. I would take, you would take... I don't need to take, but I guess I will. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that. Or what if I go here? They would take, I would take, I would take, they would take. You don't really want to take there because... Would this be maybe better somehow? I don't know. But yeah, they even got the board to match this whole thing. I do like what they do with stuff like this, especially on the basis of being able to... This could be a little scary, but it doesn't matter because you have the stupid ass knight covers knight connect. Oh, that's dumb. That's just a dumb play. I mean, again, sometimes I let my trades get the better of me. Right, it's totally nonsense. Oh god, now the knights are gonna fuck me all over. You gotta think very carefully about how to stop these pawns, and I just put myself at a major disadvantage in doing this. That's a good move to stop the knights from really being effective. You have to make this a nightmare endgame for him, but again, I have the right idea with the trades, but I went too far with it. Like, I did one trade, maybe too many. It's so stupid how I do things like this, but... We can still come up with something crazy, but there was no reason to go that far for the trades. You go to here, take. You just have to equalize these two pawns on the one side, which, within reason, I probably should be able to do. But now if you take, it's fine. It's still an even trade. Now, it's going to be a little tricky to actually do anything with this, so you'd be better off. You'd be better off actually moving an actual decent piece into the fray, which is meaning not the knight. Now, you got to watch this side a little bit, and you got to watch his stupid-ass checks that he's going to give. And the reason why you have to watch that is because... Well, I guess that in itself kind of fucked everything up. Like, what the fuck? We can stop this one here, but it is problematic for sure. I can't even blame time because a lot of the time I just don't take my time. I mean, I guess I did use it, but it's like... This would be okay. It's just the fact that you can't actually do it all the way with respect to the other side. The knight itself isn't going to be what the problem is. It's just... You know, it's the difference of this one dinky pawn position that my king's not going to be able to get there in time to do anything. But then again, the knight can be its own undoing. What do they call that thing? The Judas goat. Right? It's like the Judas knight that you fucking have to deal with this dumb shit. That it's actually trying to almost betray you or create some problem. Are we gonna flag him, or are we just gonna prove the futility of the knight itself? Yeah, good. That's actually a great move. What a guy. Because you mathematically... Okay. Little king opposition shenanigans going on. But don't I maintain the opposition? So therefore... like I'm still connected to it. Ah, for fuck's sake. Okay, whatever, dude. Okay, good game. Yeah, what is all this fancy shit that they put on here? They never had all this stuff before where it would say checkmate dramatically like that. Or I loved at the beginning of the game how it said your names and stuff. I don't know if it's something to do with the set that I'm using or if it's just something to do with the actual... Yeah, would you rather pay $10 a month for a premium subscription to chess.com or for Planet fucking Fitness? Which one? Get outside and actually fucking work out. Yeah, let's read this little affirmation. That's why I lost, because I should have read this first. I see myself continuing current career playing tournaments when I can eventually be as good as them all, whether I'm famous or not, or be a cold-blooded killer. That's the goal. Hoodie on. Not to be effed with on the board. Okay, so today I'll continue my little Permadeath Gauntlet with all the variants. So last time, the only two I've done so far, I think, is Crazy House, which I lost, like, the first game that I played. And then I did, I feel like I almost tried to do something on chess.com, but then I changed my mind. But I'm going to use both of them. But we did one game we lost of Crazy House, the first one, because I didn't fully remember or even understand how it worked. Then we did the... Chess 960, I went on like a 5 or 6 game win streak, something like that. And of course, I don't count it if I play against a viewer or a friend or whatever, if a challenge. Only if it's like an actual random ranked game or whatever, like a lobby game. It doesn't have to be ranked, I guess, but like, you know, one of these. So now we're on King of the Hill. And so even though this is my Saturday format where I typically don't like to do this or don't like to do something, you know, this should be more so reserved for Tuesday. So maybe I'll do this as my main chess series though until I'm done with all the variants, and then I'll go back to trying to progress again or play classical or whatever, right? So it's kind of like my reward for hitting 1700 that I can take a break and finally do the variant. So that's kind of a fun checkpoint thing that, like, sometimes I'll do stuff like that, or at least I'll, you know, stop just regularly playing. But this is like a very specific thing I could do each time I hit a milestone like that. Like when I hit 1800, I could do it again. Like you just play variants until you lose, and of course there's a lot of them. But sometimes it can be hard to actually find a match, right? This is the problem we might run into, is that 960 is pretty popular, but some of the other ones aren't. And then I also want to pose that, okay, today's my Saturday format, but I didn't have time, so I did that. So the 3 things I want to do for Saturdays, though, is like the delisted games, the like sort of hacks and mods, stuff like that. Like there's some for Ocarina of Time that I want to try. And then the third thing is just... What was the third thing? I actually just forgot. What the fuck? There was some random game. I just had this sort of... So yeah, delisted game stuff that's about to go offline, right? That I would never get a chance to play. So that was kind of one of the main impetuses of the off the Saturday format. So that would be good. Those kind of hacks and things, and I guess it could just be other random different things. There was one other category I was thinking of, but now I can't remember what it was. Yeah, we'll look for King of the Hill. This is a correspondence game. I'm losing by a little bit. They push a pawn like that. Now, what we have the ability to get is actually an Octopus Knight. And the reason why we have an ability to get it is because this square is pretty strong. And even if you were to take it, like let's say with the bishop, what does that give me is actually a passed pawn. And the reason why is because I kind of want to do this actually. But yeah, I'm not playing like a correspondence game at all, and I guess I don't have to change the art or anything. I won't apply any of those standards to it. What the fuck could it have been though? Hold on, let me think. I would do delisted games. I would do those kind of games, right? Like mod hacks or something like that. I could try, and then I honestly don't remember. Okay, so this one's all about controlling the center and stuff. I was kind of waiting to see if somebody would do it, but I can host one myself. It should be around like a 5 minute, just basic thing. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And sometimes when you create them, it's not exactly going to work. There's no rating limit of who I can and can't go against, though. So real time, 5 minutes rated. And of course, the one game at 960 that I did lose, I lost on time and I flagged, which is okay. I'm not saying that doesn't count, but the funny thing with this is I'll end up just winning in like a normal way. That's what happened the first two games. Or no, I did get the win condition, but it was more like a BM gesture. Like I didn't really have to do it or something, but so often you just end up playing it normally, and then yeah, this is the problem though. If nobody is there, I'm just gonna sit here the whole time and just wait. Like what the fuck? We didn't get Nightmare's message so far. What the hell was it that I was thinking about though now? Because I want to do that for like next Saturday, but then I end up never actually having time. Maybe I should look through like my little notes on here if I wrote it down. I had like a clear thing. Do stuff like that. Do the thing. Do games I've never played before. Right. I guess just in general, like I was thinking about Entropia Universe is one I wanted to try. Palia, some casual MMO I wanted to try. Obviously, all these sort of hacks and stuff I could try. And I could also do, delisted games about to go offline, things like that. Maybe new stuff that just came out. Any sort of fan game mods, those type of things are always interesting to look at. Let's see here. Uh-oh, what did I do? Well, we're just waiting for this shit anyway, or we'll see if somebody actually joins here. Or like if somebody hosts their own thing, or now we get an abortion. For fuck's sake, man. Hang on. Let me just read through my thing real quick, see if I find what I was talking about. Not like we have much time to do anything anyway, which is why I'm even doing this in the first place. I was even gonna make a poll for it. Like I had 3 fucking distinct categories, and now I have no idea. Let's see. I guess just sort of other random stuff. I don't really know. Because delisted would represent, again, stuff that's about to go offline. Right. So delisted, that I genuinely don't know. This could be anything random, I guess. Okay, we'll do another one. I don't know what new opponent would really mean, though. Like, what am I queuing out for exactly? How did the lobby get so empty, either? Okay, King of the Hill, real time, 5 minutes, rated, perfectly fine. Or they see my rating or my name or the fact that I'm streaming and they get scared. Victory versus, what is all this? You're just showing me, like, the wins that I've had? Why is that a notable thing to do? Like, that's just a normal game. What, do you say that for every game I ever win? What happened? Like, everybody cleared out of here, too. Yeah, everybody loves the Fisher Random 960 thing, but I mean, we'll have to wait another 100 rating before I do it again. Not that I even set a rule like that, but at least for the sake of this. Or the problem is you might end up playing the same people over and over because, yeah, those were the 3 things I was looking at. Okay, like an Ocarina of Time thing. a Palia thing, like an MMO, and then like some kind of a delisted idea here. Right, just so I remember what I'm trying to do. And we'll be here probably for a while, or I'll be distracted, then I'll read my shit again. This is just like a filler type of thing to do, though, because, there's nothing else I can really do. I could do like a flash game sort of thing, throwaway session. Like, it's hard to like get immersed in something, so. Hand games, hard mode. Okay, here we go, dude. Or I'll just do it like it's a normal position, which, wait, is. Oh, no. I'm thinking like it's 960. It is actually a normal position because my phone is so fucking laggy, dude. I can't even see this shit. Um, so the point is, you just bring the king towards the center, and it doesn't have to just be on those two squares. It could be anywhere. It's just, oh, here we go, dude. Now, realistically, how hard should it be to really shut this shit off? Because your development's going to be bad, and you're going to open yourself up to all kinds of crazy shit. And so I don't think it's that big of a deal if you just, what is the king going to do? You could have theoretically gone there, and that in itself is scary because of the simple fact that now you can't go there either. So you have to go all the way back. Now you can do like this. Now if you take, I take, you got to punish them hard for their early game clown play. Right, and so now if you can try to cover that, it'd be very good. I don't think I'll actually be able to. You're going like there. I don't really care too much about it. Let me try to... You could give a check onto there, but you really can't. As long as we keep this thing covered, I would feel relatively good about it. But no, the king got pushed back pretty fucking easily there. And so now you get to look at this square, potentially. Right, he'll go there to try to disrupt the queen itself. And so therefore, I would try to stop that, but I don't really know how. But no, I should just be able to outplay them in a raw, basic game sense, so you'll have no chance against me. Horde rating, some of these I don't even remember exactly how they work. That's like the pawn horde one, I think, where you have... It's like 20 pawns versus whatever the fuck it is. Just all the pieces or something. That's just to try to stop the knight from coming in. We could try to go here. But you see how that win condition thing just totally fucked up his game. So now he's just going to lose in a normal way. How boring is that? Just because the the variant doesn't even matter now. It just made him play like a clown at the beginning, You push a pawn there, I can just do this, period. If you take, if I take, just do it. Doesn't really help the king's movement either. You could go here. The only thing that's not really developing too well is the simple fact of the actual... Okay, why can't we just go here? But it would still open up that, but I guess he can't really even do that. It's going to be very hard for him to double attack that, or I guess he can do it, but... I don't know. I'll do it, but then... Yeah, why can't you just, like, go there and try to take it from that? So, again, let me try to open up the stupid-ass bishop here. And if you can do that, you'll be in relatively good shape. He's pushing all the way to here. I could queenside castle. I could just not even castle. There's so many things you could potentially do. This is kind of good, though, because it's hard to attack. And then, therefore, I'll also use the opportunity to basically cover it in such a way that... That's a clever little thing. But the thing is that you can always just... Well... I guess I could just castle and just let it go, but... You'll hit it there, and then I can't do anything with this. So what I have to do is I could go to here and give it check. And then I'm double attacking this dinky fucking pawn over on the other side. And then therefore I should be able to take this as well. And then it's pinned, and then I won't act like I knew exactly that was gonna happen, but it couldn't be helped. I mean, I couldn't save that pawn no matter what, so... The dark swiss stuff doesn't really matter. This thing would have been covered anyway. You take back, you go here, and then you can take a darks for a bishop. And the reason why that technically works is because you still can't actually fucking take it. And the reason why is because no, but you'll go in this moment. You'll go in this moment. If you check here, he can't do it. And the reason why he can't do it is because you would have to go there, but you can't. You would have to go there potentially, but you can't. You can't actually advance. The check was a cute idea, but you would have been able to go there first, right? It's not that I would have taken and checked, whatever, but you can go like this, and then you lose it, just period. This is a cute play, it doesn't really do anything. Now what you can do is you can basically, that shouldn't change anything about the king's position or anything. So this is going to be lost. You're going to take, you could also take and then take the queen. Yeah, your lust to try to win with the actual mechanic and condition of this thing is very interesting because you can't actually do it. That's the thing. You can't actually do anything. If this pawn, I guess, wasn't there, it would have been just as easy as that, but it's not going to happen, really. You can't meet at the center of the board at all. You could go here, I guess. You could try to go there, but then you would just like double take it or something. You can't go there, although it would have been cute if you could have tried to do that. Go. You go to the back rank and try to take the rook, which itself is dangerous because now. But I don't see where you can go. That's the thing. I don't see where you can actually go with the king. That's gonna fuck me over too much. Because now if you go to here, you can't come in there. If you go to here, you can't go in there. So even though my queen is in a weird spot, I'd be willing to sack a piece now, obviously too. Just like go there, he would take, I would take, he would still take. But I'm up by such a colossal margin that it wouldn't matter, and so this is kind of a boring way to do it too, in the sense that you know what I mean. Wait, what? Oh, he just resigned. I was gonna say, what about my move could no, but I'm just doing it in a basic way, like just oh haha. I just beat you in a normal game and you tried to clown around and actually have fun. But that's the sad part. Like it's part of the win condition, but it doesn't matter. Like you should just play it like normal and just fuck it. Which is maybe the bad thing about some variants, is that's what it bogs down to anyway. It won't even come down to the mechanic. Like I didn't make any attempt to do it, and any attempt they made just kind of hurt them and fucked them over. So let's see another one. Again, I don't want to farm the same people, but I almost don't even have a choice, especially if I'm doing it like this. But no, this Saturday thing has almost turned into like what I was doing on Wednesday, which I don't like because it's not meant to really be like that. And my rating is climbing quite a bit. Imagine if we get to over 1700 here. But again, you would have to beat me in a normal game. That's what it tells you, right? Can you beat me in a normal game? And you'd have to be like almost fucking 2000 to do that, apparently, except with the 5-minute flagging bullshit, which I'm even choosing this time format. So I better be careful about that. But it's just like, I won't say it's unfair for them because they can be as good as they want to, but the whole win condition element of it is just not what you would think. So it makes the center pawns and all that even all the more important. And the reason why is because obviously that's a win condition, so like this move becomes very consequential. I'm not seeing people really play in a way that feels like it's super oriented around that though. Now this is almost a case where you don't want to do it. And the reason why you don't want to do it is because whatever, I'll still do it because I'm lazy clown. The queen comes up to there, and the reason why that's good is because of the simple fact that it just doesn't matter really. If you take, I can take with the knight. You can try to come to here. I don't know if he'll let me. Okay, that's pretty good too. Now that's cute and all, but you shouldn't, this is the thing, you shouldn't really be able to do it. That's the thing. You cover this onto there, that's fine with me too, dude, if you really want to be like that. the knight's gonna fuck you over if nothing else. So you would have to do it in such a way that he can't come to there. So you'd have to go there and then there. So is there something I can do? Is there something I can do with this? I guess I underestimated how important the queen can be here, though. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. It's a little bit weird. Like, you would just have to block this off, which I could open that light square diagonal, but I can't do it because of the knight being just dumb. There's nowhere that you can even cover that from now. This is a kind of an irritating play because next move is there and then next move is there. I'm already... Oh, thanks. Or if he's even watching me. I don't like this. You know what, dude? I don't want to lose because of it, but the knight is just such a fucking... This is the one thing that's true no matter what the variant is. If you have the knight, dude... If you have the knight, man, it's always a liability. I just want you to appreciate that. The knight is always a godforsaken liability in the game. Holy shit. So maybe you don't always want to trade the queen in that way. So now you can't do anything with this, or you could go there, but you have to keep this on. I mean, it's leaving your king kind of exposed in a way that you might think is a little bit questionable, but yet somehow they have the balls to be able to just deal with this. I don't even care about this either, but I'll just do it. What you have is the ability to... You could almost go like to here so that you can't move anything. But then he's literally one move away, so I can't fuck around too much. Right, he would have to fuck up the bishop first. Somehow, like... Can't go there because of my rook, you can't go there because of the bishop itself. Right, so we already lost a knight, and the reason why that's such a cute thing is because of the... Oh, wow, he's actually pretty good, though. Okay, this would still solve the problem, but... You cover the thing, you cover both squares. What the fuck? Like, you would think this would open you up to some concept of, like... Now, does that mean if he goes here, he wins? Or no, I guess it's got to be the actual center of the board, though. There's got to be some crazy mating shit that you can do. I just don't know what it is. And it would probably incorporate the actual... Now, this doesn't matter because you still can't go there. Right, so it would be perfectly fine. In fact, you could even go there and just say, fuck it. Right, you could actually just say, fuck it. So you still can't go there. Right, it's that particular square that we're looking at. And the reason why is because you can't go there because of the bishop itself. So this is a very strange game, but they're playing it with at least some sensibility of use your mind's eye. They're playing it with at least some understanding of how this actually works, which is at least better than can be said of most of the people we've seen here. You could go like this, I guess, and that just completely pushes him out. This is a little bit tricky. So you have to just go back and concede to the fact that you can't do anything there. And if I do that, then I don't want to give too many spam checks because I can sometimes be a bit greedy. For example, you would get fucked over there. The light square bishop would really be the ultimate thing to do, but I just can't figure out how to do it. So we'll go back a little bit here. And if I do that, then everything else is still fine because you can't go anywhere. My time is a little bit low. I mean, it's just like about surviving this, but it's unbelievable that I'm letting him do this. Like, it's a fucking king that should be a liability and a weak point, but I'm not doing anything to punish it. So maybe this will somehow teach me to attack, but it really won't. If you go there, it still doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just bring out the stupid-ass bishop. Now, this would circumvent my need to cover. So the bishops become very consequential. And the reason why they do is because you just, you know, you're covering both very easily with that in a way that most other pieces can't really do. There were all kind of tactics and different things I could have done, but it's hard to think like that because if I had done those, I might have lost to the win condition, not in a normal conventional way. So That's why I'm kind of scared. There's all kind of checks and shit I can give right now. It's just that it's not really the right way to play. So why couldn't they just like block it or something? I guess because I would just take it and I would still preserve. But see, that's a bait play too. If you do this and I take with this, then you just win, right? So I have to take with the bishop itself. Now, I'm just trying to understand, like, why I'm not getting something better out of this whole situation. You could pin this down and you could probably just win it, or probably not. You could give a check here, which is interesting, but I'm not very good with these whole check fucking ideas. You can't go anywhere to, or is the center still. Okay, 37 seconds. What a surprise it would be if I lose on time, but I'm the one who's even choosing to play in a format, in a 5-minute format. Okay, that's fine too. You technically still can't do it. And of course, my ability to spot mates is basically non-existent. I don't fucking even care, but you can't do anything with this still. Like, look how exposed their king is. Like, should you not be able to punish this a little better? Like, just fucking, come on. The Dark Sphere Bishop is still there. I don't know, dude. How much more can I do with this right now? Could maybe give a check there too. I'm just too slow. I mean, at least that gets it out of the way a little bit. I'm probably going to leave myself exposed to something. You might take a pawn or something. I'm obviously going to lose now because of time alone. So they at least did a good job stressing me out over the potential win condition and doing a better job than most of these people at trying to address it. Oh, I don't know. You can take a free pawn. I can't even do anything with that. I could have maybe done something. I don't care. I don't care. That's so fucking stupid, man. How it always comes down to time, but in this case, at least it's my choice. Just take it. That's so fucking idiotic, man. Whatever. He said to them, "But why do you say that I am?" Simon Peter said, "You are the Christ, Son of the living God." Matthew 16:15-6. Sorry, they keep appearing. Who keeps appearing? This guy who keeps saying scripture? Doesn't really bother me. Okay, that was just one. Man, at least we see that that's my only lose condition. I can never lose a game normally if it's not on time. So this is still fine, although maybe I question it a little bit. You're supposed to go here first, which doesn't really make sense, because then what if you do that? You are still supposed to sack it, I guess. Fuck it. Makes no sense at all, but yeah, maybe I should have tried to compel my king's movement too. But you're a duplicate. Let me see. Okay, so what's the next one? God damn it. 3. Oh, I hate this one too. Free check. Let's just try it. Because this one's all about sacks and crazy shit that I'm not. Is that even what it is? I don't know what that icon is. Left the game 3 check. Yeah, why would you even care about doing casual here? It's like it's a variant anyway. So what are these people trying to preserve their rating for? What does it say? Left the game? I don't understand. This could still count. Right, like if he's whatever. So we'll play this one till I lose. Oh, the joke that you're the holy son. Okay, so this is all about just crazy sack stuff. So I can't do it in a conventional way. Right, you have to play like a total sack and clown. So people around the rating that I was playing at normally, 15 to 1700, would absolutely fit in this just fine, because that's all it's about. Just don't let him give checks, and whether you cancel or not, don't let him do that either. For fuck's sake, it should be good for a defensive master like me, though. You try to do something into there. Let's just create a weird pawn structure. Try to go like this. You're not going to let me really stay there. Let's try to just trade stuff off. But the bishops are usually pretty good about doing that. Like, you just get to, you know, you get to do it a lot easier. But the whole satisfaction for me would be like, I'm not going to let you do it. That's the thing. I'm not going to let you check. But it's easier said than done, I guess. So this one, be game 2 out of 2 where the knight fucks everything over. Now you could do one here, but is that really worth it to give up the queen just to do a single check? This is actually the easiest condition to win too in the later on, because that's what all that ends up happening. Just get to an end game and you can give a fucking million checks like a degenerate clown that people are. Like, that's all that anybody ever does. What you have here is the simple ability to they don't think it's worth it to give up the queen to do this. Castling could actually be a bad thing too, because it makes it too predictable where your king's going to be. But then again, leaving it in the center of the board is not exactly a genius idea either. You can't do anything with that. I gotta just get this shit developed. Let me see. Let me think here. You know, it's gonna be hard to give any checker to do anything. So this you can attack pretty easily with the rook itself. You're kind of playing this very just conventionally. You would think the knight shouldn't be that hard to get in there with, but it's just not really reliable. What happened? Oh, he just took... Wait, how long was that sitting there for? I just completely forgot about it. Well, that was kind of a useless move. Let's just go back. Or do this first. Kind of gives them the open file, so we've kind of forgotten about the whole checking idea now, right? It's not even going to come into play, so just... Oh, wait a second. Oh, here we go. I can't tell if this makes you play better or play worse. In some ways, it's, I always enjoy variance more, but it's just kind of weird. Even if you go there, I take, then you take, then I save it or something. No checks are really happening in the game. I can't do that. Go back here. Everything else is actually fine. So our material is even. Everything is even. Time is even. Double stack doesn't even matter. It doesn't even do anything. They would take, I would take, they would take, I would still take. So not one single check has occurred. So I kind of like the pace of this, but also it's not really a true thing because... Wait, what? Oh no, I mean now you have 2, never mind. But you would have to give 1 more check, but guess what? My king's on a light square, so fuck you. You can't do anything in the whole game. You've already lost. I'll never move my king off the white square. You can't do anything. How about that? I literally win on the spot. Fuck the checks, fuck everything. If you take, I take. If you don't take, I'll just kind of dance around and take it eventually. And I'll just try to promote and do it that way. Or I could try to give 3 checks this way too, which would be possibly pretty hard to prevent. But again, as long as I keep my dude on a correct square, there's nothing you can actually do. Oh, but there's something interesting. It's not that I can't kill it. It's that even in the act of trying to kill it, you would actually lose still because he would give the check first. So that's kind of a cool thing. But it's going to be way too late, I feel like. Right, you can let it get almost there and just stop it. There are some very satisfying things that happen because of this. Right, there's just nothing you can do. I'll just try to mate you in a traditional way now. I won't even worry about anything else. Or I have to be careful about it. I have to be careful about a pawn potentially doing... But you can't. That's the thing. You can't even give a check because it's on the incorrect square color. And so therefore you get to... Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. You go to there, but how does that help? Okay, you bring it here, and then I just bring it there or something. Like, you can't let him check you there, obviously. Just desperation plays. Okay, can I not just give a check? Like, what the fuck is going on? Just take it. I don't know. Oh my god. People can be so annoying sometimes. Like, you're gonna lose, so just fucking lose. But no, that's where the bishop can be played around in a pretty fun way. And now I don't even have to win normally. just fucking do this. You know, you can play like an aggressive total clown that's not even worth anything. Okay, so what is that? Like the second game, rematch offer, whenever people are salty and feel like you don't, like you didn't deserve to win. Wait, how is it only 8:25? I thought I started late. Huh. Whatever. Okay, so we lost the King of the Hill thing, obviously. Let's do a couple more of these. I'm always impressed by the ability of the engine to even handle this shit because it's so different than, see, they might have been winning, but they didn't do anything with it, or, you know, how does it take into account the advantage with the ability to just give the checks? You know, you can't let them sack pieces like a clown, and I am a bit of a defensive ace myself, so of course that plays a certain role in my confidence here. And they were the one even asking for that. Let's make it 5 minutes though, and I don't like increment. And I mean, the guy can get his rematch if he wants, but I don't want to keep playing the same guy over and over either. But with a lot of these, you don't really have the choice because there's so few people doing it. Second biggest chess site in the world, by the way, but I guess variant by variant, it's going to be hard to always find somebody in a match. Let me see. There's like nothing I can really do most of the time here too. I just have to like literally wait. Right, when I don't care about the 5 minute thing as much, although I wouldn't want to do something much shorter. Okay, a random guy. So 3 checks. So my whole satisfaction in doing this isn't to try to get the 3 checks, it's to try to deny them the 3 checks. So how hard should that really be to do? Right, they're gonna do all these crazy stupid sacking plays. Wait, how are we exactly 1500 if I just did that? What? Didn't I just, oh, that must have not been rated then. Because I'm not even the one who hosted it or whatever. That is a bit of a tricky thing because I can't actually stop the check, I don't think. Or I could like move it. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Are you serious, bro? You're so fucking annoying, man. This is just how you lose. Like, there's nothing. I just give up. Like, I can't even stop it. Even if you weren't to take it, I would have still gotten checked again. That's so fucking annoying. Like, this is literally how people play, though, anyway, in a normal context game. So all the covers are not what actually matter. I'm losing to 3 check fucking opening theory here. Now, it may be worth it if you... No, but you'd just be able to finish me off. Like, I've already lost. This is how great it is. You're going to give the check there. And if I move, I get screwed. Right, like, I'll take it, and then you'll check again. Like, let's say I let him get the 1 check in, but then I hope that he can't give another one. Then you get to basically... Wait, what? You can give... Okay, okay. Well, technically, you still can't give the 3rd check. Alright, whatever, bro, whatever. Like, obviously, he knows what he's doing at least a little bit, although he's fucking 1200 rated still. Let's see what the next one is. I don't really like that one, honestly, but I could have at least enjoyed a little bit playing it defensively or something. The next one is anti-chess, which is what? You have to play like as bad as possible. I don't even know what some of these are before I do them. Or it'll tell you kind of a little tooltip, I guess, but sometimes it doesn't. So the goal is to get mated or what? I'll just try to figure it out, although sometimes it won't actually tell you. Yeah, some of these just don't even seem to have much of a following behind them either. And we'll see like which different ones are on chess.com. I won't do the same ones if they're on there, but I will do, you know, Chaturanga. It does have some pretty cool ones. Even the multiplayer ones will count. Like, somehow, if it's like 4-player chess, I'll still somehow incorporate it. Like, I have to get 1st place or something. Yeah, this is definitely the annoying part, that you can just you know, you can't guarantee the activity here, but oh no, I'm a streamer, so therefore, you know, if you're a big streamer or something, you would get plenty of attention that way, or people would always want to join your games and snipe your games and shit like that. But that was pretty frustrating. That's about how you expect it to go, right? The first one's just like, oh, it's like a normal game, a normal player. Then the other one's like, oh, he actually knows what he's doing and he's actually, you know, playing it optimally and whatever. It's maybe not that hard to do. Is that the same logic guy that's like the 2000 player who would stream himself? Okay, so just nobody's gonna play this ever, and I'm just screwed. Or no, this is one right here. I didn't even read what it said either. Lose all your pieces to win, or get stalemated to win the game. You're trying to lose all your pieces, so let me. I mean, you would think the principle behind it is the simple fact that, oh, I guess taking the king doesn't matter then. Taking the king doesn't actually matter. So if I checkmate him, though, wouldn't that be the same thing? Or I guess it wouldn't be. I'm not really sure. Wait, what's even happening here? Oh, there's that stupid ass rule. Okay, I see now. I get it. There's the rule that if you do something, you have to take it. In other words, if there's a possible take, you have to do the possible take. You can't just stall it out and not do anything. I kind of forgot about that idea of it. I'm already gonna lose because no, you got to get to a point where you can just stall out everything, but you can just start sacking stuff, can I? Like, what if I just put the queen? Then they'll have to take it. Or how does like one take precedent over another take? Like, I might have to take something with the bishop, but what if he? What if I can take two things? Then I get to choose which one to take or something. Right? Like, just do it. I don't care. Do it again. Fuck it. This is the point of the game. Like, why am I able to do that when? You know, mathematically, you should be able to. You'd have to take that, and you just have to. So there's just nothing you can do. Uh, that's good. That's good what he's doing. I can't question it. So I was wrong just from the outset with how I was playing that. So now I just have too many pieces here. That is a little bit unfair when I don't even fucking read it, but that's obviously my fault. I forgot about the rule that you're forced to take if, which kind of makes sense, but okay, dude. Okay, okay. This one bishop is gonna just lose me the whole fucking game. I mean, look, man, you're good. What can I say? You're just the fucking best player at this mode possible. Like, literally, the bishop. What the fuck kind of a game is that? Just don't move a piece early on, otherwise you just get fucking clown. Like, there's nothing you can even do. That's so fucking stupid. Or it's even saying it like mate an X number of moves. Look at just by simply doing that. What a great. That's how you know it's a great thing. By doing this move, you see, by doing E4 that everybody loves so much, you just lose the game. 15 moves, you lose the game. Nice fucking variant. Like, look, man. That's taking opening theory type shit to a new level where you, okay, atomic, where everything like blows up, I guess. Yeah, this isn't a gauntlet. It's a speed run now. We're just trying to go through every single one. Fuck me. There'll still be plenty to choose from on chess.com, but I'm a little bit surprised by that whole thing. So this one, like everything blows up around it. If you capture a piece, I guess. I forget exactly. This one I'll actually read, but I mean, people are still playing them when you present them, but nobody is like actively looking for them. Mega cheater. Yeah, that's the one protection you don't have. Like with 960 or something, you may not be able to study it in the same way as normal openings, but you certainly can study, or you can certainly still cheat. Like people can still use the engine for that, the way that we're obviously seeing that the engine works for it. But yeah, I'm obviously at the mercy of. So how many have I even lost here? We started off with this, so we lost, lost, lost. We lost like three, maybe not in a row, but effectively. Maybe my real mistake is doing the 5 minute thing, but I guess it's kind of a novel thing to do. So how many do we have left? We have Horde and Racing Kings only, which I don't even know what Racing Kings actually is. Aren't there more than that on here? There's some that don't even fit like on your profile thing. Right, like there's more than what actually fit there. Like what is this? Crazy House, but I already did that. I feel like I did Crazy House on chess.com, but whatever, it'll still count either way. Or it should show you the ones that you've actually played, not the ones that are still question marks, but maybe I don't have enough that actually are. See, this is where your game total becomes inflated too, as much as I make fun of people who have played so many games. You know, if you're just playing variants all the time, it's not exactly gonna have the same impact, but some of these people are pretty high rated in some of these, and they, have played them a lot. So I'd beaten somebody in 960 who had played like 5,000 plus games, and they were like 1,700 or whatever. So the the risk of playing chess when you don't want to. How about all the fucking time? Okay, now we won't be able to find a game ever. Or maybe they're afraid of, oh, the fact that it's rated or something. Okay, bro. Look how few games there are. This is like everybody on the whole site, right? This isn't just low rated players. But I guess most of the higher rated players are either playing in like predetermined things like this, or they're kind of like, that's always like a cheese thing that you can like win trade with a friend or something in a rated game to kind of inflate your rating. Not that obviously you should do it, but it's like, it still counts. So you could just keep doing that, or even just keep challenging people who are lower rated, and if they keep playing you, then you can just farm them or something. Because even if it gives you, it gives you one rating for the win, you could still do it 500 times because, okay, what does it say? Nuke your opponent's king to win. But I don't know what that means. Like, it doesn't tell me what that means. So if you capture something, you win the game, I guess. So they maybe already win, and so I've already fucked up. What a great thing, dude. Right, you unironically, oh my god. Like, really, what would you do about it then? Nice game. Like, I should know maybe a little better how. That's so good. Like, oh yeah, of course, you just get mated. It's the same kind of thing, right? What the fuck, man? Because like I'm too used to doing the same thing all the time. So when I do something there, I love it. I'm just doing the most basic common openings possible, and you're just doing this shit to me. Makes it seem like I've never played variants before, but I haven't done it in a long time, and I guess most of these I haven't played that much. I don't fucking know, man. Like, you just stop the knight from trying to come in. I mean, this is kind of the same idea as the 3 check thing, except it's more like a 1 check. But it's still not really a check because it has to be a capture as well in the vicinity of that. Okay, let's see the next one. Let's just get through all of them. I mean, fuck this. Horde, I forget what that even is too. You have like a pawn horde versus a thing. Some of these wouldn't be even that hard to study. Like, you could just study the meta of this and like how to, there is a way to do it, but I just forget what it is. So rated as well. Why am I like not exactly 15 in some of these though? Because I haven't really even played them. So I don't know what you would exactly do. What you have to try to do is get stuff behind them. Or wait. Oh no, that's the way that you beat the pawns, is you try to get something behind. So the pawns actually have a bit of an advantage here with respect to how this actually works. I'm just gonna kind of do random stuff and hope that it's enough, but mathematically you have such a good number of these that you actually kind of, it's very intimidating and daunting to do this. You have to keep covering these basically, because they're gonna run out of their pawns and then they'll be screwed. That's the thing. But what you can keep doing is keep bullying the shit out of them with respect to the ability of, try to keep pushing them. You don't always have to take everything. Right, that's the pressure you gotta put. Don't keep being so satisfied. They would take, but then they'd have to sack a piece to further take. Right, and you're getting close to the promotion phase with respect to the ability of yourself to, you kind of got to put the pressure on them to try to deal with it. Don't try to initiate too much. Like they're just the sheer numbers game here is so tough for them, right? Because they have to address the fact that I don't know, it just looks kind of bad for them. So I don't want to overextend too much. But let's just try to march these up. Maybe my mistake is I'm taking kind of too long in doing this, but they have to do something, and you're gonna get all these kind of crazy forks and stuff later on. That one I don't even want to fuck with. And so now if we go, they would take, I would take. If they don't take, I take. So you're putting a certain amount of pressure still. It'd be very hard to promote though still, as much as I'm thinking like, bully the shit around the horse. You can go back, you can sack, you can double take. Oh, that was kind of a mistake. It just feels like so, there's so little that they can do. It's just the number of shit that we have is just way too much. So I'd love to see how they would actually deal with this. They try to take there. We can try to maybe push something through and actually promote, which I don't understand exactly how to do that. Right, you still have to keep the pressure on, but I don't know how. We have a lot of crazy shit going on still, but there's no clear path to promotion. But look at how few things I actually have. Right, if I could just do this, a couple more trades, that'd be all it takes to do. Or maybe this is a mistake, but they still can't take anything outright. But yeah, when they get to your back rank area, that's where it becomes so difficult. But they don't have enough pieces to sack now to really do it. And so they're, oh, well, it could be a problem. But see, they're going to have to keep addressing this shit still. Well, I guess that didn't help me too much. Are they going to turn it around from this? Because I don't know how we protect some of these. You have to, you'll have something that can actually promote now. Oh my god. That's all it takes, just one piece that gets behind. So I correctly identified how stupid that aspect can be because there's not much you can do about it. Like, what the fuck, bro? God damn it. How does it turn that quickly? These are kind of annoying. Like, if you don't know, whatever. Like, what the fuck, man? We're gonna get to the sacking phase at this stage. But I don't fucking know, dude. Yeah, it can definitely go 100 to 0 at that point where you feel like you're very much able to, okay, bro. Yeah, getting behind your opponent's pieces is the whole core strategy, which I don't know exactly how to stop that all the time. Okay, fine. But like, even when you say get rid of all the pieces, you wouldn't be able to get rid of the king, right? Destroy the horde to win, or what? What is my win condition then? Just mate them or capture everything they have except for the king, and then you just auto win? I don't even know that. Let's just finish off the rest of these. Obviously, I'm just trying to lose every game on purpose. I can't blame the engine for even taking a certain amount of time to figure out some of these things, but this one would be probably the easiest to study, though. Like, what exactly are you supposed to do as the horde? And, it wouldn't be that enjoyable, I feel like, in the long term. Just stop them from getting into the back rank. Like, probably I'm trading too aggressively at the beginning. And this will take a while here. Yeah, I like how there's more than actually fit on your fucking thing here, too. 27 games. A lot of these I didn't do, obviously just now. Like, let's see what would constitute a blunder. Like, you're not supposed to take that one. But, like, what is it really trying to do? I don't get it. What are you trying to do? So black is actually winning here, which to say it with such certainty at this stage is kind of shocking. I don't understand how you can be so sure. But like the win-lose condition then is very steep and very clear. Like there's just nothing you can do. So I fucked up the opening and you already lost. Like that's the whole irony of it, is like you do this to try to get out of opening theory, but it puts you in a more narrow theory then. Like you have to know it, and you have to know it even more, because it's like you get to, if you don't do it exactly right, you can just do basic moves like e4 and the one thing, and I just lose, or just the King's Indian thing in Atomic, and you just lose. If you do the whatever, like whatever I was doing was just so basically wrong, apparently. Let me test this part to see actually how much you can hear the fan in the background. I'll listen back after, because this thing can sometimes be too sensitive to everything in the background. Or I guess if I'm listening to music. Now, Racing Kings, it sounds like something to do with speed, so I'm going to fucking throw this on. Let me do this, and then I'll see, obviously after we lose this one, let me see which ones are available on chess.com at least. I didn't want this to be over so quickly, but whatever. We'll have Chaturanga. That'll be a 100-game win streak right fucking there. But no, I mean, some of them I didn't even know kind of how they work. I don't know what it even means. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, race them in puzzles or something? Why doesn't it tell you here? Mega Cheater still looking for 960. Maybe having Cheater in your name is what makes people not want to play against you. And of course, I'll accept anybody here if they do it. But, it's a case where within reason of rating and stuff, and I don't want to just keep playing the same people over and over. Generally, it hasn't been that hard to find a match, but this is totally what card games should allow you to do, though, is like come up, or even chess should allow you to do that, like come up with your own conditions, like, oh, you only have every piece is a rook, and I create my own thing and challenge somebody in that. In like an open thing, not just against like friends or whatever. But no, in card games, I always say that, like, you should have whatever format you want. Like, you can only have 6 cost cards, or you can only have whatever. So it's just like a custom thing that you can do. Right, whereas like, oh, they'll make like a twist mode in Hearthstone, but there's no, it's sort of just very limited and narrow. It doesn't let you do that sort of freely. So this could take a while here for sure. I don't know what to tell you. Racing Kings, more like Slow Kings. Fucking, I don't even know what the mode exactly is. It sounds like something like the Puzzle Rush type shit, where you're trying to race them in that, which I wouldn't really enjoy that at all, but... Oh my god, I've seen other people have this flag here too. It's my fault for just losing so many in a row like that, but... I mean, of those, some of those I genuinely just don't care. Like, Crazy House is okay. It's like shogi where you put the pieces down, so I kind of like that. I like 960. King of the Hill was okay. Free check I really don't like. Anti-chess I don't mind, although the way I lost it was a little bit weird. The Horde, yeah, like some of these I just don't even care about. Why is it called chess 960? Because that's how many games the streak should have lasted. And again, even if I draw, it doesn't count as a loss, so that should be easy to achieve in a lot of these because it's, anything to do with chess is going to be 50+% of draws every fucking time. Although a lot of these might not be that clear, but I just love that you do move one pawn e4, and oh my goodness, it's made in 15. Because of whatever game modes those were. We had two instances of like that in a row, right? So that's where it gives the illusion that like, oh, chess is so balanced. Like at least it's not as crazy as what we saw there, but like if I do the wrong opening choice, oh my goodness, it's made in 15. Usually it's not quite that clear, right? Unless I do something really, or maybe I just know it better though. Because like some of these, all of these, in fact, you could do opening theory for pretty confidently, except for 960, but that's because it's just, a different position every game. But here, with any of these other ones, you could just learn it in a very raw sense. And does that mean with the horde that white is always the horde, or can you be black as the horde too? I didn't even think of it that way. Okay, so just nobody ever wants to do this. And again, I would love to just see what it even is. And then I want to go on chess.com just to see what's on there, which there are a lot that are, we could do the duck one. We could do all kinds of other ones. Come on, bro. Let me just see what it is. Or I'll do it against the bot if I have to. It's just surprising that there wouldn't be at least like one person doing each variant every time. But there's always like a disparity in this. Like, how are there 40,000 players but only 17,000 games? That means that like 6,000 players, 17 times 2 or whatever with 4-player considerations and stuff too. Wouldn't it be that there's somebody who's actually like, okay, finally. What does it mean? I don't even know. It's their move. What does it mean? Raise your king to the 8th. Okay, 8th rank to win. That means you have to do it in such a... Oh, now you're going to go through all that trouble and make me wait, and then now you're going to abort. You're never going to find anybody else who's playing this mode, so why not just do it, bro? That's an interesting concept, but I don't know exactly what it means. So just try to play it out for the material, I guess, at first. And if you do that, then, any attempt to move the king is going to be thwarted pretty easily, so I don't see what the big thing is. You're attacking onto there, and you are covered by the thing. What if I just do it like this? Right, just gotta keep an eye on everything. This is gonna be attacked, this is gonna be attacked, this is gonna be double attacked, but it's still covered. There's almost like again, another one of those where you ignore. This is actually pretty cool. I like the concept of this one. You go ahead, you can give a check and fork. Why can't I do that? Oh, wait, what? Wait, why can't I do that? Can you just like not give checks to the king? But if that was the case, then you wouldn't even have anything to fear with. I don't understand. I don't want to take that. I want to... I actually have no idea what's going on. Like, isn't this already like a fork play? So you can just do this. Then if you take, then I can fork. Well, but now I can't fork. Or now I can fork because they're dumb enough, I guess, to do that. But also, like, oh, I don't know. So you can't give checks at all, which is kind of dumb. I'm too eager to trade here, and maybe you're not really meant to do that. Is this not a fork now? Like, for fuck's sake, bro. I'm just gonna do it. So you're forking, which is not a big deal, and it's not really what this mode is even about, but it should still be a good play. So you'll go here, then if you take, then I still take. And so... You can't... Oh my god. What a dumb mechanic that you can't... What is that? That you can't give a check even? Like, so what? The king can just go there then? Or maybe not, but you can't... I don't even understand it. You don't have to do anything with that. So, like, let's just move my king then. How about that? Since you can't give checks, it wouldn't matter what you do. Right, like who can well, the trap is concerning, but oh, I don't know what's going on. Or I mean that's better than losing the queen. Like why can't I just do this? What's gonna stop me? I don't understand at all. So they would take, I would take, you could just keep going. You can't give a check, so I fail to understand how this game mode works. I'm assuming you can't move where a check would typically have taken place, but like you could go there and then you're double attacking that. Um I mean you can have it, I don't even care. Or you can't even take it because it'll be a check or whatever. I'll just keep going. You can't go there. So now what is it that you would have to do to advance the game? That's what I don't understand. Couldn't this just go on forever pretty easily because you can't do anything? Like my queen can just always stay there and your rook can just always stay there. So what the fuck is the point? It's a real mindfuck not being able to give checks. Like I don't even understand it. But actually thankfully it has nothing to do with time. It's just the fact that like what do you mean, dude? Oh yes, because I can't give checks, of course. That makes perfect fucking sense. I don't know what's going on. Now you should be able to move it here with impunity because of the simple fact that you can't block this row, and so therefore if you go to there, I could just take it, although I question that a little bit. If the bishop is the only thing that's left, then I don't understand it either because it wouldn't be enough, right? Like, to stop me. Now, how do you stop me from this? You do it to there, and then you basically just... if you took this... No, I still can't get there, though. They might think, like, there's some other reason behind this, but I genuinely don't even know. Like, I don't understand this. I still don't know how to do it. You go to here, and then you should almost be able to do it. Like, I could go here, for example. So if you take it, I should just win because you take and you can't even take it because you can't give a check either. That mechanic is fucking frustrating, dude. But shouldn't you have still been able to move it? Like I don't fully understand. But no, I could have taken the draw and it would have still been safe because okay, I guess we won't have to go to chess.com then. Let's just do another one of these. So that is kind of a fun one, I guess, but I don't understand because I'm so like I have no idea what's even happening there because you're thinking about the checks so often, but I don't get how they work. You just take a major mechanic and just remove it from the game. It's one thing like I don't know. You can't check, you obviously won't be able to mate. All you can do is block the king's movement, which seemed like it would be pretty easy to do, but you know, we end with like a queen sack crazy play. And so basically we get to let's do like the same thing that that person just did, even though it arguably could be bad. Like the not the least of which is just, you know, you could just isn't that kind of a tough play though? What do you do about that? They would do like the same thing, I guess. Okay. I mean, as much as I like to trade, I can't really argue with that. Okay, because you can't give a check, that's not going to work. Like, what if I just start doing it though? Like, what? I'm not going to get punished for it because, you know what I mean? It's going to be a pretty zero-sum process here because your rook is not going to be able to reach it in time. How stupid is that? How stupid is that, bro? You literally already lost. What the fuck is that, bro? Racing kings? More like speedrun kings, dude. What is that shit, dude? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing either. That's part of why it's maybe satisfying. Right, that's about his line of I don't understand it, but like what was the move that really did it for him? You know, you're black, but you're trying to mirror me back. And so now it's like you let me do this for too long. If you kept going, how does this not win me the game though? Still, okay, you do it now, but then you can do the same. And so now it ends up being very that's what these modes are all about. Like they're very drawish. And wait, what? Oh, you still get to make your move or what? What would that even be? It would be a draw. Look how the knights just sit there doing nothing. But no, it's like maybe we could do one more. It's like the simple fact that I don't know. It's like either it's a hard draw, dead draw, kind of like real chess, but even more extreme, or it's like okay, he goes to there. What did I do the first time to respond to that? I don't even get it. How do you even deal with that? I guess we could do the same thing to an extent. Like they would take. I don't get it. Why did I feel like there was something better with it that time? They have to address this at least. Right now, I can't even move that. And so what I can do is I can basically. Okay, I can't do that. You can take that. There's not really much I can do about it. Then you can move this and try to take something onto the other side. You can go up to here, and the reason why is because you can't move it any further then, and so everything else should be perfectly fine. Right, like that's all you have to do at times is just you go ahead, you can take okay, dude, okay. You could just keep doing that, I guess. I don't get it. I don't know. Trying to march my king up. Sometimes you can just go balls to the wall and do it like that. So a fork would be cute, but actually it doesn't do anything because this mode is just very, you know. You would think I would like this being a non-aggressive player that you can't give checks, but it just changes your whole perception of how a lot of these pieces work. The worst case, I'd have to sack the queen for the thing, but you would think that this wouldn't be such a big deal. You bring out the stupid ass knight. And so therefore you'll just go here. You can box out a certain amount of space here anyway. So between the rook being active too, you would think this would be relatively pretty good. Like this. Or now this stops the king from moving altogether, my king from moving. You would think that'd be pretty hard to deal with for the time being now. So my king actually can't even move at all, which is interesting. I'd be taking his stupid ass knight. You would think, again, he just can't do anything about it, but maybe he can. Right, like what can you do? You'll go here. And I won't be able to take it. And so therefore, I don't understand. Like there's really nothing I can do about it, I guess. I'll just have to deal with that. But in a way, no, but you wouldn't be able to cover you wouldn't be able to cover it like that either. But maybe I can just move it and then not even worry about it because you still can't go any further. Right, but then again, I won't be able to give the check. You'll go back, and then you'll go here, and then you'll go here. I guess I'll just do it, or I can't even do it. I don't understand, man. Like, I genuinely just don't understand. Like, I can't do anything. I don't get it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? You go here, and then you'll go here. But you can't because it would put you in check? Like, I don't know. But you don't even have to do it. That's the thing. Okay. Now you're going to be in a spot where you can't really stop it. And of course, look at the knights just sitting there not doing anything. Yeah, that's fine. So it's a lot of like sacking pieces and just creating positions where the check should be, like a defense. That is a really dumb thing. Like, that you just can't give checks at all. You can stop the king from moving the squares, but you can't. Like, I get kind of why it's necessary, but a lot of these blunders are like very decisive, where you're just gonna lose the game because of that alone. So I did the right move there. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go like here or what? That's not perfect. You go there. You go to there. You don't take it, which is bizarre. Or you could just take it, but I have no idea. Like, why can't you just keep moving the king? You go here, that's gonna be hard maybe to push you out. You go to there, you could just take it for free. Wait, why not? Wait, that wouldn't even create a check, so why? Oh no, it would create a check, never mind. So whatever. So we retire from that. Let me just see what the ones on chess.com actually even are. Or whatever. I'll leave it for suspense. See you tomorrow.